Alright, this is about Twitch. Ah, yes! It's VTuber week and we're celebrating the cutest virtual humans, cyborgs, animal hybrids, demon queens, and everything in between. Tune in now through November 20th for all the VTubing madness. Let's see it. Let's watch this whole thing. How much does Twitch love VTubers, I wonder? Hello. I got cross.
It's incredible.
There's
a bomb, Big J!
Why don't know about it?
Can you tell another story in binary?
Yeah.
0101.
Number one VTuber.
Cute, right? Cute, right?
Bow, bow, bow.
Lovely.
Yay! It's VTuber week on Twitch. Woo! Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo!
You thought that's everything? No, it's not. There's more.
Henya kayo! Chat, another community node has hit the Twitch socials, chat. Again, if Twitch's account on Twitter was a tower and the community nodes were planes, the place where the tower used to be would be an airport by now. Because they have been, like, getting destroyed with every community node on every post recently. Twitch has had a sustained culture of discrimination against VTubers with disproportionately strict rules on attire, arbitrary bans without explanation, and recently throwing away gifts left for VTubers by fans at TwitchCon 2025. Interesting. So Twitch has had a very, very bad reputation over the last few years for, like, banning VTubers and giving no explanation as to why. Besides them violating the rule of not being sexually explicit or something along those lines, right? Which made no sense for years and years because at the time, this was like 2022 and 23, when this was happening a lot, the hot tubs category was out of control. It wasn't censored. It was on the front page. You could click on a new account and find yourself a booby streamer. Like immediately. And it was being pushed to kids. Like, it wasn't being censored. It wasn't being in its own category. It was just front and center. This was also when earthquake machines, for those that don't know, these girls would buy these machines that they stand on and then it vibrates your entire body. And then they would wear bikinis and, you know, very transparent clothing, and it would shake their booty back and forth. And this was also, mind you, when the ass green screen meta was first being pushed as well by these same girls, right? But if you were a VTuber during that time, you'd get insta-banned for comparatively modest outfits. How does that make any sense? I wonder if there's a problem. I wonder if there's some sort of bias. Yeah, show a VTuber's hips and that's just too lewd. You just get banned instantly. That's so weird. And finally, at some point, maybe like a year later, I want to say maybe like 8, 10, 12 months later, they gave some like arbitrary statement and clarification. I put this in parentheses, you can't see my fingers, but like arbitrary like clarification to the rule that VTubers aren't allowed to show their like bare hips. Which again was laughable considering the hot tub streamers. Like, some were so blatant that they'd wear thongs where you can literally, I'm not kidding you, Charlie Moist Critical talked about it, where you can see the crease of their freaking butthole. I'm not kidding. Charlie talked about it. It wasn't censored. It was on this Twitch stream, like I want to say top 10 streams. You could see her butthole. And again, I can't help but think how weird that is. Twitch role change makes VTubers cover up and they're furious. Ironmouse heartbroken after TwitchCon staff allegedly threw out gifts from VTuber fans. And yes, as recently as a month or two ago on TwitchCon, Twitch staff was collecting gifts that fans brought to VTubers at their virtual meet and greet, and then throwing the same gifts in this trash 10 feet away from the meet and greet because they quote unquote said it could be a bomb. By the way, throwing away a bomb in the trash at the venue. Yeah, that's gonna stop it. No, again, there's an argument to be made here that this isn't because Twitch hates VTubers. This is just because they're retarded. But I never saw an apology from Twitch for this at all. I think they were too much. They were too preoccupied with the whole Emmy drama, with the Emmy assault drama. I think that's probably why, if I had to take a guess. But I don't know. I'm not clairvoyant. Bomb defused. Yeah, just throw it in the trash over there. It'll be fine. Now, I'm very important. I do have to clarify. I'm not here to just lambast Twitch for how they've been treating VTubers. I would love it if they just turned a new leaf. So this post promoting VTubers, like, not opposed to it. I'm not mad they did it. I just want them to be consistent. That's all I want. I think it's great for you to be promoting all these VTubers. But let's see some actual changes and not this like lip service of like, oh my god, we love VTubers, and then this is gonna be over, you know, from now through November 20th. So what, like, tomorrow's the last day, and then we just go back to banning VTubers? I don't know. Just demonstrate you're actually trying to be good faith. And again, another important thing I just kind of thought of as well. They recently just got Hololive to start streaming on Twitch. I'm assuming under contracts. That's also really, really good for VTubers in general. It's bringing a huge VTuber fan base, a really good and loyal one, to Twitch. This will help everyone. Big VTubers, small VTubers. It is very interesting to see Twitch making moves specifically with VTubers in mind. I would like to see them clean up a bit and show some good faith. I've said this before. I don't want them to just like say, oh, we love VTubers, and then just go back to being what they were doing before, doing what they were doing before with moderation. But it seems there has been a shift internally that's pointing them towards wanting to advertise VTubers and make them more popular. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. We'll see. Is I seeing the Hollow Girls over there? Yeah, I know. It's overall, I think it's a good thing. Oh yeah, I saw this too. This is a company that bans VTubers on their birthdays and other many ridiculous reasons, compromise their privacy at TwitchCon, and steals the gifts from their fans. Yeah, I totally forgot about this. They did ban Shonda on her birthday, if I remember correctly. They did it to Chromo as well. And they also made Chibidoki essentially soft dox herself and take her mask off at TwitchCon, not in a room, but like publicly in front of other people to verify her identity. In public, in front of other people, not in a room, not between like them and the staff, not behind a privacy wall, not a little room off to the side, in front of everyone. And again, no apology, no acknowledgement whatsoever, nothing. Radio silence. Kind of insane. Yeah, peak incompetence. Yes. I take this shit with a grain of salt. It's for the best that they're promoting VTubers, but at the end of the day, you gotta show more change. Pretends to celebrate VTubers with a montage of the usual subsects. Oh, you mean subjects. And calls it a day. Also, last time I checked, the week has more than 4 days. Actually, good point. Yeah, it's only 4 days. Yeah. I don't really see an issue with Twitch promoting the usual people, by the way. This is me personally. I think platforms all tend to cater and promote their biggest and most popular popular people kind of thing, right? Like, I'm not offended. I'm not in this video. I shouldn't be. I don't care. I'm problematic. I have opinions people don't like. I'm very open about it. I create turbulence, you could say. It's the same reason why Twitch doesn't really feature Asmin or Hassan. They don't promote them like, you know, oh, it's Twitch Day, and like they're showing them front and center. They're controversial. They'll instead promote people like Kai Cenat or Queso, which I would say is the correct decision business-wise. I completely understand why they would be doing it. They're trying to hide the Smug. No, chat, don't. No, there's no hiding. It's a business at the end of the day. I like Queso, but he just plays games and he's a funny guy. That's what I'm saying. I do highlight a few small VTubers. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't fit everyone in, but at the same time, like, I don't want them to promote me. Like, I don't want people coming in and be like, oh, hey, and then be like, oh, you're making me uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. It's like, okay, well, there's the door. I mean, you know, I don't want people to be using me for promotions for the website. It would be awkward. It would be weird. Anyway, she is right, though. She is right. VTuber week is just 3 to 4 days. Kind of weird. Kind of small amount of time to be promoting and then claiming it's a week. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't really notice any advertisements or like changes on the website that was like promoting VTubers specifically. If I had to guess, I think this post is just like a one-off on Twitter and nothing was actually done on the website. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just didn't see it. When they usually do this like you know, whatever week, they'll like promote people to the front page. Oh, there's a VTuber week? Yeah, I actually didn't know about until, what is it, today? And this was 2 days ago? I didn't realize this was going on. At all. Also, that's another reason I never promote myself on the front page. I've been offered to promote myself on the front page and I never do that. I've never done a front page promo. It's VTuber week, but we're probably not going to see very many, if any, small VTubers in the spotlight. There are lots that just need a moment to shine. When I say smaller, I mean below 75 concurrent viewers. Isn't this what the front page is for? Like, I mean, I agree. I think it's great when small creators get a spotlight. Like, I'm not fighting against that. But if you think about this from, like, a business standpoint, it's VTuber week. Like, they're advertising VTubers. They're trying to push people who don't watch VTubers to try it for the first time. So, naturally, you'd want to promote the best, to advertise the best. The highest concurrent viewerships. The talented VTubers who are gonna more likely convert non-VTuber watchers into fans. So this is another thing. That new fan that didn't used to watch VTubers, they decide they like VTubers all of a sudden, right? And then they go look for more VTubers to watch, which then snowballs into them finding VTubers of smaller view counts. Like, that's usually how the ecosystem works, right? I don't think it's a bad thing to put a spotlight on the most popular VTubers around. I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, yes, you're technically making the rich richer, but you're also getting people's foot in the door. VTubering isn't exactly the most popular form of streaming. People still, like, freak out and are like, ew, gross, voice changer, I hate this, why is this on my screen? And then they go and, like, shit all over the VTuber. Like, it's still not really, like, an accepted form of media for the most part. I would say it's more or less mainstream, but it's still not like super duper mainstream. Are you considered a furry? No, but some VTubers are considered furries. Like this one. Again, I'm just saying, you're getting people's foot in the door. Like, let's say someone who doesn't watch VTubers stumbles into Henya's stream or Filian's stream, right? They like Henya. They start to watch her often. They love her content. They go sub to her YouTube channel. They think she's cute and kawaii, and like the usual VTuber enthusiast pipeline goes down. Maybe the YouTube algorithm starts recommending them other VTubers to watch because that's how the YouTube algorithm works, right? And then 3 months later, that person decides to maybe play a new game. Maybe a new indie game pops off, right? I don't know, let's use DBD for example, or like, I don't know, Mega Bonk, right? Now you're a small baby VTuber. Maybe you have like 50 concurrent viewers. You stream DBD sometimes. You did not get featured in the VTuber Week promotion, right? That took place like 3 months ago. But that little chatter that didn't used to watch VTubers and they thought they were weird or whatever, or they just didn't know about them. Now that little chatter, that person that discovered Henya or Filian or whatever, is browsing the DBD section and they see your stream, they see you're a VTuber, and then 4 months ago, before VTuber Week happened, before they discovered Henya, they wouldn't have clicked your stream. They wouldn't even thought about it. They wouldn't have been like, I'm not gonna watch this. Because they think VTubers are gay! But now, they give you a chance because they were converted by Henya or whoever else, so one of the big VTubers, right? Now you have a new viewer. That's good. Thumbs up. That's awesome. I love that. That's why I don't think it's like bad to advertise your biggest VTubers. Vito, by the way, huge VTuber, very entertaining with freaking Neurosama, right? You promote the best talents on your platform. I don't think it's a bad idea. It gets people's foot in the door for VTubing. I think ultimately that's helping the smaller VTuber ecosystem, and it's helping smaller VTubers more than just blindly selecting VTubers under 75 concurrent viewers. It's like, let me think about it this way. If you wanted to create new fans for like baseball or hockey or whatever, would you show them the Major League Baseball, maybe like the World Series? Or would you show them like their local Little League Baseball? Like, what do you think? Like, in terms of advertising, wouldn't you want to show them the best? The really big home runs, like, whoa, let's go! Like, really big shots, like crazy moments. Really high-stake games. Yeah, point is, I think it's fine. Promote the best talents on your platform. Don't show people like me, because that's not gonna go well. Or maybe they could do both. Like, have like a rising star VTuber section or something for like VTuber Week. Or like, if you enjoyed Big X VTuber, you might enjoy Little Baby VTuber. Like, promotion kind of thing. I don't know. Like, do something, man. Like, promote your algorithm. I'm not trying to shit on small VTubers. I want what's best for you. I was one of you. I started off with like 10 viewers max, okay? I want what's best for you. I think creating new VTuber fans is the first step to getting people to funnel into small VTuber streams. Because, again, VTubing is extremely niche. Even though it's more popular than it used to be back in like 2020 or whatever, I still think that we have a lot of work to do and we need to get more fans. Which will open up the ecosystem for more fish to be gathered by everyone that's trying to VTube. I got into VTubers via Neuro? Yeah, probably because Neuro's freaking funny and hilarious, and you were like, huh, this is interesting, and then you started clicking. Because at the end of the day, when you start clicking around, for example, I like World of Warcraft streams sometimes, right? Where I watch like Dota or RuneScape or whatever, right? On the sidebar, it recommends people who are in the same sphere because everybody kind of like migrates around and watches the same kinds of people. If they don't like them, like obviously they're gonna promote whatever, but the algorithm does kind of know what you're gonna watch. So like a high tides raise all boats ideology? Yes, exactly. You get more fish in the sea, then, you know, more birds aren't gonna starve. Like, I get it. You use the same logic with metal music. You like well-known bands and eventually find bands you never knew existed of minimal fans. Yes, exactly. Sometimes I watch Russian Dota streamers even though I don't know what they're saying, and then I watch Thompson. I watch Thompson too. I like Russian Dota gamers too. There's also Ukrainian ones like Dendy. I like watching Dendy too. It's very calming. I feel like Fillion does a good job of introducing audiences to a wide variety of VTubers. I completely agree. I think Fillion is one of the best ambassadors. No glazing, by the way. I think Fillion is one of the best ambassadors for VTubing because her biggest, like, I don't want to call it a shtick. I feel like it's her niche is collabing and doing really goofy shit with people that, like, she collabs a lot, but at the end of the day, she's exposing smaller VTubers on her channel for content. Fillion's how I found you? Yeah. I find Fillion very inspirational. I used to hate the idea of doing collabs, period. And after a few collabs with Fillion, I don't think it's that bad anymore. I'm really scared of collabs, like, period. But, you know, it is what it is. Backflips is the most important. That's right. Yeah, I like Shoto too. I like all the HoloLive. I think that HoloLive joining and showing, well, not showing, but like promoting on Twitch is a good thing. I do.
For you.